through the nose. Just really centre yourself. Feel where your seat bones are rooted to the mat. That's your bum to us. Feel your thighs being supported on the mat. So the challenge is to listen to your own body, only do what your body will allow and what feels good for you. So we're bringing more attention inwards and we're listening for any sounds in the distance. Just notice the sounds. Could be a dog barking or a car on the road. Just acknowledge the sounds and let it go. I'm going to inhale through our nose for a count of 4 and exhale through the nose for a count of 4. We're not going to try and force the breath. We're going to let it be natural, just extend it to the count of 4. So on an inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. So just finding a moment of stillness, forgetting about our to-do list, bringing our attention closer to the body and listening. Can you hear the sound of your own breath? Gently tipping the head forward just a millimetre. Really feel centred and grounded on the mat. Our intention this evening is patience. That is patience in our body, patience in our mind, patience with other people, not trying to force things, just let them happen naturally, one step at a time. So I'm just going to inhale through the nose and blink the eyes open. We're going to lead from the hips, just coming forward, making circles, warming up the pelvis. Shoulders are away from the ears. We're exhaling as we come back and really rounding into the back, and as we come forward we're inhaling through the nose, making the circles bigger and bigger. Always round that central point, keeping our abs engaged and our backs. Pelvis is tipping forward as we come forward, back as we come forward, and forward as we come back. Coming back to the centre, finding our steady breath, keeping our gaze focused but soft, and leaning to the other side, exhaling, coming back, inhaling, coming forward. Keeping the top of the body upright, the movements coming from the hips and the pelvis. Making the circles bigger. Really enjoying the moment. Coming back to the centre, finding our steady breath and our soft focus. Plant the left hand on the floor. Take your right hand up to the sky, looking towards that extended arm, turning the palm to face you and bending the left arm to reach over and feel a stretch down the side of the body. Really opening up and breathing into the stretch and having the patience and the time for the stretch to loosen off, and then lean a fraction more. Planting our right hand onto the mat, taking our left hand to the sky, looking towards the hands, all 5 fingers together, and reaching over, bending into that right elbow, and pressing into the hand that's on the floor. Keeping our inhales and exhales long, feeling the stretch down the left hand side of the body, looking towards that left arm. Feel that our sit bones are grounded, we're supported by the mat. Inhale back up, putting our right hand onto the left knee, taking the left hand behind the back. So, left hand supporting the body, keeping the spine neutral. And we're lifting up from the waist as we inhale, exhale and twist to look at the back of the room. That's lovely, girls. Wherever you are is perfect for you. Your body knows what you need. In time, we can inhale, twist a little more as we exhale. Really let go of the breath. Inhale back to the centre, taking the right hand round to the back, left hand to the right knee. Lifting up tall from the waist, inhaling as we lift, exhale to twist that little bit further. Looking good. We've set aside this time for our practice. We have the time to extend each pose. Inhale back to the centre. Placing both palms onto the floor in front. We're going to walk the hands forward slowly. Our intention here is to have the forehead onto the floor. It really doesn't matter how far we can go. If your back's rounded, just come back up a little bit and lean forward, relaxing the head, pulling your arms back into the sockets, just releasing the shoulders from the ears. Really lifting from the waist. We want to think length going forward, not how far we can go down. Looking good. Inhale for the count of 4. Exhale, slightly lower. Keeping our sit bones pretty much rooted to the ground, although they will try and lift. Pushing into the hands, feeling the earth support the weight of our body. Inhale, slight lift, take the hands over to the left, so walk the hands gently to the left hand side. Inhale up, exhale down. Lifting from the waist, it's not the back that's leaning over, we're lifting up from the waist. So look, lift. You want to think, don't round the back to go over, you want to think length and out the way, right? Let me see, fantastic, that's better. And just look to your hands, or the floor. Keep the gaze soft. Then inhale, walk the hands back to the centre and over to the right hand side in your own time. Exhale, lowering the forehead to the floor if it will go. It may help to take your exhale through the mouth and really let go of the breath. Releasing tension and stress. Inhale back to the centre. Exhale, walk the hands back up, placing them on our knees. So now we want to imagine that there's a bowl of water here in our pelvis. So when we tip our pelvis back, the water's going to pour out the front of the bowl. So we're going to arch the back, push the pelvis back, keep the chin up, and just then exhale, round the back out, coming back, tipping the pelvis forward so that the water comes out the back. So it's basically just a movement like under, that way. We can use our hands and our breath. Inhale, gaze and chest to the sky. Exhale, round the back out. So our cat and cow in a seated position. Will help loosen off the hips. So we want to come onto all fours. Checking our alignment, so you want your shoulders to be over the wrists and your knees to be below the hips. And we're going to continue that cat and cow movement, so we're going to dip the back, lift the head, then push into the hands, rounding out the spine to our angry cat. Our toes are on the floor. Pushing into the hands, coming forward, looking up to the sky, really feel that release. Keeping the ears away from the shoulders, and inhale, arching the back, pressing into the hands, the knees, the feet, so it's an active stretch. And just do 4 more in your own time each way. And then we'll meet back at tabletop when you're finished. So that's 2. And really let the breath lead the way. Coming back to our tabletop when we're ready. So now we're just going to tuck the toes and press into the hands. Just check that the wrists are below the shoulders again. And we're just going to push into the hands and lift the knees off the floor. Really engage your abdominal muscles. We don't want to take them too high, just a couple of centimetres. Then plant them back onto the floor. Untuck the toes. Back to child's pose. So you want your knees wide, your toes together. And then just forehead onto the floor. The whole arm should be in contact with the floor. And just take a couple of steadying breaths here. Coming back to our intention of our patience. Not anticipating the next pose, just enjoying the pose you're in. Going to inhale, lifting up, Straightening the arms back to all fours. You might want to watch this one first. So we're going to lift the right hand up parallel with the floor. Your palms towards the floor, facing towards the floor. So we're going to thread the arm through the left. Taking our chin and our shoulder to the mat on our right side. That looks good. Breathing into the stretch. We want to tip our pelvis back here to support our lower back. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And our next inhale, we're going to push into the left hand, straightening the arm, bringing the right hand up. Fingers up to the ceiling, looking towards the hands. Pushing into the hand that's on the floor and the knees and the feet, keeping the stretch active. We're going to plant that hands back onto the floor. And as we inhale, lifting the left arm up parallel to your mat. Exhale, threading the needle, taking your left arm under the right. So now your left cheek and left shoulders on the mat. And we're tipping that pelvis forward. Looking good, girls. Wherever you are is perfect. Just breathe into the pose, releasing any stress. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Brings our focus inwards to our breath. Our own practice. Inhale, pushing into the right hand, straightening the arm. Both hands back to the mat with your index fingers pointing front. And we're going to tuck the toes again. And again, lift the knees. Engaging the core. Making sure your back's flat. It's one straight line. So the pelvis shouldn't be forward or back, it's in neutral. One more inhale and exhale here. Well done. Planting the knees and the toes back to the mat. We can cross our feet behind us and then push back to sitting. See? See? I know, it's all coming together. Take your right foot, take the sole of the foot against your thigh or your shin, whatever's comfortable for you. So the intention is for the right knee to go down to the floor. Again, we're not rounding the back here. We're thinking length, so we're inhaling, lifting up. And as we exhale, we're coming forward, long, looking towards the toes, keeping the gaze steady but focused and soft. Inhale, rise slightly, and exhale, folding forward. Keeping our sit bones on the floor, the right knees, you can put your hand on that to help push it towards the floor, but know your own maximum. Don't be distracted by any thoughts, just acknowledge them and let them go. Breathing into the pose wherever you feel tension, probably where I feel it in my hamstrings. Send your breath to the hamstrings. Inhale as we come up. Exhale as we lift the right leg and plant the right foot over the left. Yeah, perfect. You're right. Perfect, ladies. So taking our right hand behind our back. Our left toes should be pointing towards the ceiling. And we're pushing into this hand so we can make it like a little tent. Do that with your fingers, a little tent, and push into that hand, reaching, hugging your right knee, and twisting round, gaze towards the back wall. At least we're looking in that direction. We have the time and the patience to ease into the stretch. Inhale and lift up, pushing into the right hand. Exhale and twist a little bit more if it feels good for you this evening. Inhale back to the centre, taking your right heel to the floor, placing it on the mat, lifting the left leg, sole against your thigh, if that's where it was on the other side. Pressing your left knee to the floor, right toes to the ceiling. So flex your foot a little bit more. That's point and flex, point and flex. Brilliant. Inhale, lifting up. You know where we're going. Exhale, reaching forward without rounding the back. So we're lifting up and over. So we're not taking the head first. Right, sit back up again. Right, look. Back's neutral, right? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're lifting up and we're going forward. You want to be looking over the tip of your nose, so it doesn't matter how far you can go down. You're better to stay up a little bit if you can maintain your neutral spine and your steady breath. Your flexibility will improve every time we practice. And it can vary day to day and depends on how we feel. And we lock a lot of our emotions in this tension. So whatever feelings come up as we stretch, just acknowledge them and let them go. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale as we lift the left foot and plant it on the floor over our right leg. Well done. Inhaling as we hug the left knee. Exhale as we twist round, pushing into your 10 fingers on the left hand, keeping the spine neutral, looking towards the back wall. Very nice. Inhale and lift higher. Exhale and twist a little bit deeper. Brilliant. Looking over that left shoulder if it's comfortable for you. And inhale back to the centre. We're not going to do the forward fold tonight because my lower back's really sore. So what we're going to do is our reverse tabletop. So we're going to plant both hands on the floor behind your bum. Right? You can either have your legs straight here or you can take the modification to bend the knees. So we're all in bent knees, so that makes it easy tonight. So we're going to really activate these arms, opening out the chest, and we're going to push our knees over the toes, lifting the bum up, engaging our abs, letting the head drop back. Inhale and exhale through the nose for a count of 4. One more inhale, and on the exhale, take our seat bones back to the mat. Do you like that, girls? Just release the hands, and we'll do that one more time. So we're going to activate the arms, the glutes, your core muscles, so pulling that tummy towards the spine, opening out the chest, really rotate the arms out, lifting the bum, sending the knees over the toes, taking the head back, inhale and exhale through the nose. Pushing into the feet and the hands, pushing the mat as far away as you can. Still maintaining that steady breath. Exhale, back to the mat. These are like twins. There you're blue. So from here, Nabasana, boat pose. Leonie loves this. So Leonie, so we're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Take the arms parallel to the floor. We're going to tuck the pelvis under. Good. Opening the chest out again. Just really engage your core muscles. That may be enough, but if you want, you can lift the feet from the floor. As long as we're keeping the chest open. That's good, Leonie. That's like partner work. If we come out, just go back into the pose. You can do one leg at a time till you get your balance, or you can straighten out both legs. Looking towards your toes. Find a steady spot. Then take both feet back to the ground once you've levelled up. So if you've done it with one leg, make sure you do it with the other. And we'll just have a little rest. Is that then both the same? You done both the same? Yeah? So from here, we're just going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. We can use the arms onto the mat to help us down safely and slowly, or you can use your core muscles if they're strong enough. We're going to take your right heel and place it on the left knee. We're going to take both hands, put them through the knee, and grab and hold to the hamstrings. Fantastic, perfect. See? One hand's one way and one hand the other, and clasp them together. That's it. And then just pull that left leg towards you. And we can use the right elbow to push the right knee away. And just feel that stretch deepen into your glutes. We store a lot of tension in our hips. So breathing into the hips and the glutes. Really letting go. Pulling the stomach muscles towards the spine. Really flattening the back onto the floor. Inhale as we pull the leg a little closer. Even if it's a millimetre. Well done. Exhale, planting the left foot back to the floor. Keeping the right heel on the left knee. We're going to rock that right knee over to the side. Just in your own time, back and forwards, massaging the back. Just enjoying the time, releasing the back. Massaging it after it's worked hard. Inhale back to centre, placing our right foot to the floor, taking our left heel over our right knee and pushing the left knee away from us. Then we're going to interlace the fingers behind the hamstring and pull that right leg towards us. If it feels sore, you can always put the foot back on the floor, or you can release the stretch just a little bit. Just feel the stretch, and as we inhale through our nose, send that breath to wherever you feel the stretch the most. Accepting what your body can do and giving it the space. Taking a last inhale and exhale here. Keeping the left ankle on the right knee, we take the right sole of the foot to the floor. And then we gently rock the knee to the left onto the floor and up to the centre. Really feel that in the lower back, release. Maybe a little in the waist. Keeping our breath long and focused. We're going to take hold of both knees and gently rock back and forward. Then hugging our knees to the chest. Rolling side to side. That's it, looking good. Really releasing our lower back. Letting it melt into the mat. We're going to rock over onto the right hand side. Placing our palms on the floor. Coming to lie on our stomach. So from here we're going to do our Superwoman. We're going to lift our right hand and arm and our left leg. So alternate arms and legs. Inhale and lift, exhale, lower, then change. So we're lifting the right arm, left leg, exhale, down. Inhale, left arm, right leg, exhale, down. Inhale, right arm, left leg, exhale, down. Inhale, clenching the glutes, engaging the abs, which will help support your back and strengthen your abdominals. We'll just do one more on each side. And then we're going to press into the hands, so your hands should be under your shoulders. We're going to look towards the mat and we're just going to press into the hands, pushing up, lifting the chest, peeling the chest from the floor, and then exhale, releasing the lower back. So you want to feel that your glutes Your bum muscles are engaged here. Your shoulders are away from the ear. And we'll exhale as we lower. Pressing the forehead onto the mat. Inhale, pushing into the palms, all fingers making contact with the mat. Lifting the gaze to the sky. Really send your breath to your lower back. So we're going to inhale through the nose, the throat, the chest, into the lower back, and then release back to the floor. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to push into our arms and onto the knees. Send our hips back to our child's pose. Really stretching the arms forward as our forehead gently rests on the mat. And our knees make contact and our feet. We're supported by the mat and the air. So from here, we're going to push back. So we're going to walk the hands back to the knees and push ourselves up. Walking the hands back, taking hold of both elbows. We're just going to let the head go so we can nod our head here. Yes and no. Swinging from side to side. Controlling the movement. Just do what feels good for you. That could be just staying in one position and just letting all the weight hang forward. You'll feel a lovely stretch up the whole backs of the legs, but especially in the calf muscles and the hamstrings. I'm going to inhale as we slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time, the head coming last. Right, Leonie. Yeah. I'm going to talk you through this before you do it, right? Right. So don't try it. Just watch, okay? Right, so what you want to do is, your whole body straight, right? You put your left arm against your left leg and just straighten it up. You want to put the weight into your whole left foot. So lift your left toes from the floor, open them out and then place them back in the floor, which will give you a bigger surface area for support. So all the weight into the left hand side, right? Then we're going to lift our right foot and just put your heel against the ankle. Don't put it on your knee joint. You can put it on your shin, you can put it on your thigh, but just not the joint. And it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. Once you master that, you'll be able to do it anywhere. What you're going to do is just get your balance. So if your balance is there, that's fine. Absolutely perfect. You think week one, we couldn't even do that? So next, you want to take your hands into prayer position. You want to be looking over the tip of your nose. Keep your body upright and it really engage your abs. So think that the muscles in your abs are really pulling towards the back of the spine. And remember, if you practice this on your own, you're not thinking what I'm saying, you can concentrate on the move. So as long as you get that actual positions right, you'll find it much easier. So you want this knee to be pushing away from the body. Wherever your leg is, this knee should be rotating out. Straighten up that leg. Now we've been here a long time now, so fantastic. Right? Perfect. Right, place both feet in the ground. Put all your weight into the right foot. Straighten up the right leg. So put the hand against the leg and your whole right side of your body should be one straight line from top to bottom. So you're looking straight ahead of you. Find a spot and focus on one spot. Don't try and stare at it, just look at it with no intention. Perfect. That is amazing. Bringing our arms to prayer. Woo! See? And just think that there's roots growing around your right foot. They're helping you maintain your stability, your balance. This knee's opening out, which will also help your balance. We're keeping this leg straight. And if it feels good, we can take the hands up to the sky, keeping all 10 fingers together in prayer position. So our arms are by our ears. We're going to relax the shoulders. So lift up, relax the shoulders down. Fabulous. Love it. Love it. Well done. We'll just take another couple of breaths here. And if we fall out the pose, we just come back to the pose and start again. We have got all the time it takes. Make sure the stomach muscles are really working. That's the core, the centre. Love it. Peeling that left leg away, bringing it back to the mat. We're going to come and face the short edge of your mat. We're going to tilt the pelvis under. So think water coming, pouring out the back. It's pouring out the back. We're going to bend at the knees, keeping the pelvis tipped, taking the arms by the side, lifting the arms up above the body. At the side of the ears. That steady gaze over the tip of your nose, looking but not really looking. We could come down a little bit lower, making sure our knees don't go over the toes, keeping that pelvis tucked under. And inhale back to standing. Exhale. Come and sit on the floor. So what we're going to do now